Hi there, welcome back to Supercharged Fridays. Oi, I'm 4 minutes late. If you were waiting, thank you for being here. My apologies. Welcome. Yet another episode here of Supercharged Fridays. How is it going? How are you? I hope you're all right. The world is a bit crazy right now with lots of bad things going on. I hope your little corner of the world is okay. If we haven't met, welcome here. My name is Sonal Behel. I go live every single Friday on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. I am a career coach by profession. What that means is I help people who are going through any kind of change in their career, a change of function, geography, industry. Sometimes the change is by choice, sometimes it's not your choice. That's pretty much what I do. In my former life, I used to be in human resources. I lived in India, South America, Europe, done all sorts of cool things in that world. And today, yeah, the idea is to see if I can help you in any way and get you closer to your goals. Speaking of which, I do have to give a little plug. If you see at the bottom of my screen right now, I'm going to be holding a live masterclass in a little less than an hour exactly on some tips, some strategies that can help you if you have been deep inside job search in that world, getting ghosted, not hearing back, getting lots of rejections, wondering what's going on. I think that masterclass will help you. It's absolutely free to attend. Go to superchargeyourself.com/career and you'll get the joining link. And I also want to say that, yeah, there is a group coaching program for those who want to go deeper at the back of this masterclass. But if you decide that that group coaching program is not for you, no problem. I will still welcome you inside because I think you'll get lots of value. What you do after that, it's totally up to you. All right. With that said, let's see. Is there anything I can do to help you? Thank you for tuning in. If you're watching me live, can you give me a quick comment in the chat that you're here and you're watching me live so that I can say hello? Don't be shy, okay? Don't be a stranger. And at the same time, I'm also going to check my app on LinkedIn on my desktop because there are times when it's wonky and I do not see live comments, which is a pity, right? The whole point is to be live, and then I kind of see them after when I'm in the replay mode, which is not the point. So I do see comments coming in. Thank you for tuning in. Ravi, how are you? Hey, Risto, it's freezing in April. Oh, yeah, it was free. It wasn't freezing here, but it was 5 degrees Celsius, which is very weird for April as well. If you guys don't follow, Risto is an amazing coach up north, as you can tell from his comment. And he has just come out with 2 books, very easy sort of to think about when you're going through career change. Go to his profile and check them out. And even if you don't get the books, just follow him. We should keep smart, intelligent people around us. It makes us better, it makes us smarter. So why not? I've seen amazing people who have met each other thanks to this virtual networking hour, which is actually what this is. Supercharged Fridays is an amazing place to meet people. And it's funny because I started this in Jan 2020, just a couple of months before COVID hit the fan, like the whole world. So it became like this amazing place to meet people. And even though we are now, thankfully, in a post pandemic world, it's still nice to meet people, right? So thank you for being here. How can I help? How can I help? Ravi, I see that you have a question. Fantastic. We're going to get right into it. Good morning, my friend in Boston. Thank you for being here. Joe, you're awesome. All right. I want to share with you guys. Joe shared something very cool with me, and I shared this in my newsletter a couple of days ago. If you guys don't subscribe to my newsletter, it's very simple, 3 minutes, easy to read. And Joe shared something amazing with me. So subscribe to my newsletter, and then I'll tell you what it is. I'm not going to just tell you right now. Maybe I'll tell you later if I remember. Okay, I see that questions have come in, so I'm not going to keep you guys waiting. Hi, Ravi. Why are companies reluctant in giving hikes to employees though they earn more through them? What a beautiful question, Ravi. I don't know. I wish I knew. Your guess is as good as mine. Okay, there could be two reasons, and I'm oversimplifying. Okay, the first reason could be they're just good old fashioned greedy. Okay, make the shareholders richer, make the owners richer, and that's it. And give them dividend, give them profit. Everything is about that. So the second could be they're not doing as well as you think they are. They look like they're doing well, and I have heard of this where share price keeps going up, but inside what's going on is a different story. So I don't know. Yes, there could be 100 things in between. There's a lot of gray in there, and I'm giving you a very black and white scenario, but it could be one of those two. And the third could just be because they care, a combination of the first one, that they care so much about making the rich people richer. Very Marxist world. I don't mean to sound that, but it can sometimes be like that, right? Sorry, opposite of Marxist, capitalist. What can happen is they are not employee centric, which means they are not thinking long term. They're only thinking about their customers, not their first customer. The first customers are always inside the company, because if your employees are happy, customers are going to be happy by default. But they don't think like that. There are many companies that do, lots of good companies. There are some that don't. So, yeah. Hi, Mohammed Alam. Thank you for being here. I live in Belgium. I've completed my bachelor's in technology about 6 years ago, and I joined as an associate in management. What a good question. I have a video on this on my YouTube channel. No, it's not necessary. But you also have to see what's happening around the industry that you're targeting, which is consulting, which is management, is everybody else around you have an MBA. Maybe it makes sense. If you are interested, let me know. 2 days ago, I went live with 3 consultants who specialize only in MBA admissions. And we talked about this for an hour. We went into detail and we squeezed this part out. Let me know if you have any interest. Just send me a message on LinkedIn and I'll send that over to you. Hi, Rohit. Thank you. What would you suggest? 2-page CV, 1-page CV? Any good template? Okay. Rohit, I don't particularly care that much about length, except when you have too little or too much experience. What does that mean? People who have 30, 40 years experience, it's okay to go to 3. It's okay to go to 3 pages. You have earned that right. But sometimes I come across people with 4, 5 years experience with 2, 3 pages. So there it makes me question the quality. Okay. So the earlier you are in your career, get to that part quicker, and really quality matters more than quantity there. You shouldn't be asking this question. What you should be asking instead is, what do you need to put in there? Okay. Forget about the template. Make it simple, Word document, easy to read. Simple continues to do well. Okay. Don't go to places like Canva, etc., unless you're looking for a role in design, visual design, because that matters. This is one of the things we would go deeper into my group coaching program. If anyone is interested, join my masterclass. The ticker is down below. And if you want to go deeper, we would look at your resume line by line together. But to give you a quick recap, I will say that make sure you don't have descriptions in there. A lot of people focus on tasks when they look at when they write their CV, their resume. Don't make it task oriented, make it achievement oriented, make it accomplishment oriented. What did you do for them? How did you make things better? Right? I would focus on that instead. Okie do. Risto, you're so welcome. It's going to be available on Amazon. That is so exciting. That is so exciting. Hi, Tanya. How can you improve communication skills? Tanya, this is a topic that we could literally do a whole session on, and it would still not be enough. I have actually had lots of communication trainers and coaches here on Supercharged Fridays over the last 4 years. If you kind of scroll back, you'll come across some very, very good ones. Okay. You can definitely go into detail there. I will tell you to begin, because I'm not going to be live for that long, because I have to prep for this masterclass that I'm doing in about half an hour. And I'm quickly going to go walk the dog. But what I will say is that start with the low-hanging fruit. The easiest place to start is listening. And here's a fun fact. If you do a research, if you do a survey around the world, whichever culture, okay, there is a very good chance the majority of the respondents will say they are good listeners. If you do the same survey to the people who were listening to that person, it would be a topsy-turvy story. We tend to overestimate our listening skills. So even like two people are talking right now, and it's something I've learned, by the way. It's not something that I've always been good at. I tend to be quite extroverted, and I like to talk a lot. One thing that helped me was starting my podcast, because when the person's talking, I'm already thinking about the next question. It's not helpful. I learned to just be present and not think about what am I going to say next, but just listen to the answer. It's not as easy as you think it is. It's really not that obvious. I would say start there, because when you listen and you listen better than others, you grasp points, you grasp body language, you grasp eye contact better than other people do, and you read between the lines, and you are able to summarize and give them a good synopsis better than others, and people appreciate that. What do we want more in life than to be seen and to be heard, right? So good luck with that. Okay, what else is happening? Hi there. My year-end bonus is due next month. Ooh, nice. However, I'm planning to resign and jump to a better job. If I do that, I might lose on that bonus, which is painful. Listen, this is really common, okay? And 2 months' salary is not a joke. I wouldn't worry too much about it. I wouldn't worry too much about it. You, please, you don't owe anybody anything, okay? Normally, the policies. I hope no HR people are watching, okay? Even if you guys are watching, let's be honest, you are aware of this, okay? Normally, the policy states that in order to get the bonus, you need to be on company payroll on a certain date. In most companies I have worked in, it used to be, on 31st March, and payroll and bonus would be paid out in April or in May. So just make sure you are in that company and you haven't resigned. So resign after that. There's a huge, like the needle goes up, the attrition turnover needle goes up after the bonus payout. It happens, right? If you're unhappy, why would you not try to give? You've given them the best that you can. Nobody, like, you don't owe anyone any explanation. You take what you can. You have earned it. It's not that the company is doing you a favor. Let's be clear about that. Okay. Lots of honesty here. Somebody who's watching in senior management or HR will not like it. But the fact that the person is resigning should be a bigger concern for that HR or senior management rather than about when the person got the payout. Because that person was unhappy. Nobody leaves when they're happy and they love their work and they love their colleagues and they love Monday mornings. Nobody leaves like that. You only leave when you're stuck in an unhappy scenario. That's a bigger problem. Hi, so certifications help. I wouldn't say crucial. I think they're a nice check in the box. And for me, it comes down to how do you apply that learning in the certification? How do you apply it to your day to day? For me, it's more about that. I'm just kind of doing this in a bit of a hurry. But sometimes people think that's the quick fix, and it's not necessarily the case. It's a bit of a band aid. That's okay, Rohit. It doesn't matter how much experience you have. You can definitely have 2 pages. It's not a problem. Remember, the quality is much more relevant. Yeah, I would keep the experiences in there as well. You've sent me a connection request. Not a problem. With pleasure. Hi, Chrissy. How are you doing? Which corner of the world are you in? Because it says Chrissy's corner. Hi, Mohit. If years of experience is used as a benchmark in earning more money, then what is the counter for it? Unique skills or unique stacking? I'm not sure I love this years of experience. I don't know. It is one of the factors because there is a certain level of maturity, particularly in, I hate that word, soft skills, but you know what I'm talking about. There is a certain maturity when you are in your 30s, 40s, 50s compared to when you're starting in your 20s. It's called life experience and it's called wisdom, right? Knowledge and wisdom are not the same. If you look up the definitions, you have more wisdom the more gray your hair is. It's just a fact of life, I would say, most of the time. Yes, there are exceptions. But if years of experience is used as a benchmark, what is the counter for it? Unique skills. Yeah, skill stacking. Yeah. What makes you different? And why do you deserve more? I would make a business case on it. Why do you deserve more? What have you done to add so much value that has, 10x, 15x, 20x your salary? We have all done that stuff, but sometimes we're too scared to ask. Remember, it comes down to how you ask. So, ton of videos on my YouTube channel on salary negotiation, but do a little bit of homework first. This is where a lot of people goof up because they think that it's an entitlement. They deserve it no matter what. It doesn't work like that. Not always. You're welcome. Hi, Royston. Could you share a master tip on how to brand yourself on LinkedIn? I don't like the word brand and personal branding. It's become such a ugh. You guys noticed? It's like people are just handing out like free, I don't know, like swag. I would say just focus on having a really, really good landing page, which means your LinkedIn profile. Your LinkedIn profile. When someone lands on it, in 5 seconds, they know exactly what you do. And you want your target company to, in 5 seconds, know exactly how you can help them. So, your headline, your picture, your background banner, it's free advertising space. Your about section, those who want to know more about you. You'll be surprised. Most people that I come across on LinkedIn, 99% haven't done this. And they think their LinkedIn profile is good enough. I don't want you to be good enough. Okay? I want you to be, that's one of the best ways to differentiate yourself. I like that word better than branding, differentiate yourself. All right. So I am going to let you guys quickly go. Okay, New York is in the house. Thank you for being here, Chrissy. How can public speaking specially impact my earning potential? Very good question, Mohit. Public speaking, particularly the more senior you get in terms of roles, which are people facing roles, the more you need to address them. The more you might be invited to events where you have to address the company, company wide events. The more you might be invited for external events where you represent the company. It definitely helps you. It gives you that jolt of confidence. And it gives us sometimes the false bias when somebody is very smart and confident, not smart. When someone's very confident, they can give us this illusion of competence, which is helpful when it comes to things like promotion. Is it always true? No, that's a different story. That's a different story. I'm not going to get into that. You're welcome, Royston. Okay, last question. And I am going to go and get ready. Who's joining me today? Who's joining me for the masterclass? Please put it in the comments. If you're actively looking, please tell your friends as well. Like, you may not be looking and you're here for chit chat and having fun. But if you're actively looking for the next job, join me for the masterclass. It doesn't matter what I'm telling you at the end if you want to join my program, but just attend, like show up for yourself. I think it's going to help you, or share it with your friend. Let me know in the comments. Are you coming or are you not coming? Give me a yes. Give me a thumbs up in the comments if you're coming. And Royston, you also have a tip here from my friend Risto, quality content. Yeah, Risto, I totally hear that about content. I think that it's not easy for a lot of people in terms of what do I say. But having a profile is already a great step. Content would be next. But if you're actively looking, I've interviewed so many recruiters and hiring managers, both on the podcast and on my Supercharged Fridays right here. I'm surprised, they don't really care that much about content. It's great for people who are self-employed. We have to bring in business, it's marketing. If you are in a company and you want to talk about you went somewhere, sure, do that. Make sure the company knows about it. It is going to be good. It's going to give you confidence. But someone who's in active job search mode, a thorough and complete LinkedIn profile is just that exactly what you need right now. So if you have more bandwidth, sure, you can always do what Risto is saying. Applying for a job on the company's official website or sending resume directly to the company's team ID? Both. I would say both. If you can, see how much you can skip the middleman. Okay. So things like LinkedIn, Monster, Indeed, Naukri, all of these job boards are the middleman. And some of them are aggregators, some of them are free, but most of them are not free. So companies pay a lot of money to an Indeed or a LinkedIn. So if you can go directly through the website, but if you happen to know somebody's email address, it's the best. Okay. But I would say you don't necessarily have to do both. Don't blast everybody off. It might be like spammy. do one and then wait for just a couple of days and then follow up with the team ID saying, hey, I just wanted to let you know I've applied. That way, it's not forgotten. You're not now in that black hole. Chrissy, do sign up. I'd love to have you in there. Awesome, Abdul. Look forward to having you there. Link in the masterclass. Tanya, just look at the bottom ticker. Superchargeyourself.com/career. Let me check. Yep, superchargeyourself.com/career. HR in India always asks for previous salary. I know it's also very common in Europe. There is no law yet preventing them. There are some states in the US where you cannot ask for the previous salary because it is so irrelevant. The problem is if you say you're not comfortable in telling them your previous salary, yeah, it's seen as it's so weird. Like they have no business asking you, but sometimes, just understand why they're asking you. They're not usually asking you to be invasive and to, dig private information. They're asking you just to make sure you're not too expensive. So they don't waste their time. If you can feel comfortable sharing it, share it. Okay. Nothing is illegal about it yet. Nothing is preventing them. If you want to come across that you don't want to share it, you can say, hey, so can I share with you my expectations instead? I'm currently speaking with companies that pay in the range of X and Y. You can say that. The problem is some recruiters don't like this. They just want a simple answer so they can check in the box and move on, right? And it gives you red flags and it gives them red flags as well. If you want to just sometimes the only way to, through the only way to cross the mountain is through it. So do that. I'm giving you very real world advice. I'm not giving you advice which is based on philosophy and they have no right and it shouldn't matter. What is the relevance of previous salary on this job? This job is totally different skill sets, etc. Yes, but we're not in a utopian world. Okay. So I would focus on like this type of way. And if you don't feel comfortable sharing, if you feel comfortable sharing, then share it. Okay. Thank you, Sajid. Thank you for being here. Appreciate that. Okay, awesome. I shall see you guys in Hui. Quickly, I have to take a 20-minute. I need some fresh air today. I haven't been outside. I'm gonna take a quick walk, and I shall see you at 3 o'clock, which is my time, which is in 24 minutes for the masterclass. Take care of yourselves. Thank you for being here, and I shall see you at the same time next Friday. Bye for now.